this is Candy with eyes2jesus.blogspot.com, and I'm here to give you my monthly planner tour. So this is the planner that I'm currently in February. If you watch my January planner tour, then you might have a guess on what planner binder I am in. I am still in this. This is a workhorse. This, in case you don't know what it is, this is a personal size Filofax planner, and it's called their Classic Croc. It is Italian calf skin, and it is crocodile embossed. And it's a very, very high quality planner. They are not cheap, but I did get mine significantly marked down because I did find a deal and it's brand new. And this is in the color Fuchsia, and that is the color I wanted. So I'm so glad I got this. And I got this towards the second half of December as an early birthday present from my husband, which was fabulous. So, how am I set up in this beauty so far in the month of February, and what changes have occurred? Alright, well, let's get inside and take a look. So, we just have your general snap closure. Now, one thing with the crocodile, the Classic Croc by Filofax, is the strap is short, which is handy because it keeps it closed nice and secure. So if you're going to have an extra pen in there like I do, it's not going to want to slide out if you're just hooking it in, you know, like on a binder clip, or if you have a loose pen holder in there that you've added or whatnot. It helps keep your pens in and secure. And yeah, a lot of planners have nice big straps, but if there's any play at all in the pen loop, your pen can just fall out when your planner is upside down or shaking a bit. That's not going to happen very easily with this. So that is a plus about having the smaller straps. Now, you see I have two pens in here, but this comes with only one pen loop, so I added a second pen loop. I added a Happy Planner pen loop to the front. When I first got this, it was very hard to close with two pens, so I just had with one pen. But as I have been using this and just kind of bending it and molding it and pulling it with general use, how I use it and what I want out of it, the leather has really molded to my use, and the strap seems to have stretched, plus my edges have gone in some, which is going to give more room for the strap. So now I easily can fit two pens in here. So if you were concerned that a personal Croc Classic can't fit two pens, it can, but it might need to be trained and used for a while first. Mine was used for about a month before I was comfortable getting a second pen in there, and now it opens and closes just fine. I'd say the only downfall now about the strap is if this is in my purse and just this happens to catch on something in my purse, it does open kind of easy. But you know, you kind of have that with any type of snap system anyways. So, going inside, remember, we still have that nice big pocket back here, and I'm still keeping bills that are waiting to be paid, and any papers and recipes that I'm trying out, any papers I want to keep with me. I do have several sheets of letter-size papers back here. You just fold them in half once and pop them in, and they don't stick out. I mean, they're in there. So, yeah, I am absolutely loving this big back pocket, because this big back pocket has made it possible so that this is my everything book, and it's in a personal size, so it's not too heavy. It fits in my purse, and I can take it with me and always have it at my side. All right, and then the front pockets, inside this beautiful zipper pocket, which has this leather tab over the zipper pull so it can't scratch your inserts. I just have various different sizes of Post-its or sticky notes that I use on occasion. Inside this slip pocket, I just have a few pages of stickers from the Target Dollar Spot, from a Target Dollar Spot sticker book. And then behind that, I just have several sheets of blank lined paper as extra filler paper for when I need it in here. That's all that's in this pocket here. Now the back pockets, in my 7 slit pockets here, I just got some different size notepads and flags that I do use more regularly. My washi card, some Avery dots, Avery labels, whole reinforcement stickers. These are all things that I grab and use regularly, so I like them right here where it's easy to grab them quickly. In this back slit pocket here, this side pocket, just like in the front, except there's no stickers, but I have extra just blank lined filler paper back here. In addition, I also have a little notepad. It's too short to go in the rings and a bit too wide without being trimmed. I have that in there if I need to write out a note to someone, just to give to someone, or just to leave, like if I need to leave a quick note for my husband or whatever, and I needed paper fast, who knows. Then I have that little notepad in there, and that's what I keep back there. All right, and then the pen loop. This is the pen loop that comes with it, and my pen in here is still the Pilot Precise V5 Extra Fine in the color black, still my favorite pen. And then my front pen loop, we'll see that as we flip through here. Okay, so doing a flip through, I still have my same dashboard or welcome page, Choose Happy, with INTJ being my MBTI type and Push being my word of the year. And on the back of that is our current family picture. And then over here is my husband's and my wedding picture. Towards the end of this year, we will have been married for 22 years. And then on the other side of that, I just have a calendar journaling card for marking some things. And then this is new from the last time you saw a tour. This is a pocket folder, and isn't it gorgeous? And I have my Happy Planner pen loop adhered to it. And then the pen I have in here is a Uniball Vision Elite in the color purple. Uniball Vision Elites are probably my second favorite pen, with the Pilot Precise V5 being my first favorite. At least that's where I'm at right now, and that's where it's been for a while. But this is a pocket folder. I got this one, and then another design that was a darker floral. I got them in a 2-pack from Dollar Tree for $1, and I just think they're gorgeous. So my daughter took the other one and is using it in her planner, and I took this one and I'm using it in this planner. And they were for closer to A5 or half letter size, so I just cut it down smaller, repunched it, and popped it right in. So, and in this pocket here, I just have a few stickers that are smaller, that fit better here than in my side pocket. And then the back, there is no pocket, it's just blank. But that's certainly a spot that I could put some sticky notes, notepads on if I wanted to. But I like it blank because it's so pretty. And then this laminated sheet here is a poem, and it's called Do the Next Thing, and the author is unknown. It is a famous poem. If you look it up online, Do the Next Thing. And I have a little top tab here that I made from washi tape. So if I grab this tab and flip it over, it brings me to my current grocery list, or my current list of things I need to get from the store. And then on the back of that page is this long sticky notepad from Dollar Tree. They have them in all sorts of different colors. It's very handy. And that's where I just jot things down, quick notes or things down that I want to access but doesn't need to be in my planner forever. And then, yeah, and then I have several sheets of this filler paper here. I connect them or hold them together with a magnetic bookmark, and that's where I keep my running grocery list. So you turn past those and we come to my dividers. I have 5 main homemade dividers in here, and they are home, school, budget, notes, and planning. Here's my homemade home divider, and this is for my homemaking section. Like I said, this is my everything book. Alright, and then inside my homemaking section, the first page are my daily chores. And then the next 2 pages after that are my children's cleaning chores and my children's table chores for cleaning up after meals. And then after that are my deep cleaning and organization projects. After that is my master grocery list, and I have a little top tab there because if I grab it and turn, it brings me to my menu for the week. And I have planned our breakfasts, lunches, and suppers for the week, including what drinks we're having with the meals as well, and including side dishes. So the whole thing is right there. And then after my menus page, I have a list of breakfast ideas. This helps me in making my menu for each week, or if I need to change up a menu plan for a day or two. Here's my lunch ideas. And then, of course, supper ideas. And all of these include main dishes as well as suggested sides with those main dishes. After that, I just have a piece of paper that has Thanksgiving menu and New Year's menu. That was our Thanksgiving and New Year's menu that we used previously, and I thought I'd keep them. And then after that, we have a little side tag or a side flag that I put there. And we have a piece of paper, and it is a table of contents, because the rest of my homemaking section are recipes. And I have the recipe pages page numbered, and I have them broken up into sections. So this table of contents shows which section is on which page number. Alright, so I have this divided up into quick go-tos, breads and breakfasts, main meals, sides, baking, and special. And so yeah, the rest of the homemaking section is my recipes and then my old master schedule that I'm keeping here in case I want to switch back to it. All right, after that we come to my next homemade divider, which is labeled School. And that is my homeschool section. I am a homeschooling mother to 4. My oldest is an adult and is graduated. And then my 3 remaining children still doing homeschool are grades 7, 9, and 11 this year. So this is my homeschool section. And the first few pages in here are basic overviews for each year for their grades. So I have it for years 11, 9, and 7. After that, we have our current homeschool schedule. And our current homeschool course of studies, basically it's a curriculum chart for the year. And that just says what subjects we're doing on which days and which materials or books we're using for which subjects for which child. After that is our current copywork assignments. And current reading lists. Current Bible essay topic suggestions. And then starting here, the next few pages are lesson planning, is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. And then after that, I have some note paper at the end for any notes I might need to take. And that concludes my homeschool section. My next section is labeled Budget, and as it says, this is my budget section. Now I have a magnetic bookmark right here. Right now it's not in use. It's just sitting there. Sometimes I need to clip some pages together in my budget section, or I might need to temporarily clip a receipt to a page or whatnot. So I always have a magnetic bookmark here if it's not already in use somewhere in my budget section. And the first page of my budget section is a printed out page called Budget Guide. And my budget guide lists which reoccurring expenses and bills occur on which paycheck for each check of the month. And then after that, I just have several sheets of filler paper. I write down the date of that paycheck, and then I look at my budget guide. I write down which reoccurring expenses are going to occur on that paycheck, and then I look at my calendar and I look at what's coming up that week and any extra expenses there, birthday parties, appointments, etc. that I also need to put on the budget page. And then I just keep my budget written down on filler paper, no inserts required. Alright, so my next section is labeled Notes. And this is my notebook, my complete notebook. Alright, so the first page here inside Notes is Table of Contents. And this is because the first half of my note section, the pages are numbered. These are things that I found, the bits of information I found are handy to keep in my planner and that I reference regularly. So they are numbered and listed on my Table of Contents page. And what I have is gift ideas, kids grocery week checklist, stock list, perpetual calendar, family information, codes, and tracking. Alright, and then I have a little top blue tab there. That just tabs to the family information page, so that, for example, if I'm at an appointment and I need to get some info or something on one of the family members, I can just grab that top blue tab and flip to it right away, not have to waste time flipping through pages. And then I have another top tab here, Center. It's a top blue polka dot tab. If I turn to that, it takes me to Directions and Contacts. I have some direction hints here for a few places that are tricky for me to get to, so I just write down some hints on how to get there, and that way I can look at it before I leave to remind me how to get places. And then I have our contact stuff in here, you know, our friends and families, phone numbers, addresses, etc. And then I have a little side red tab still here in my notebook section, my notes section. If I turn to that, it's my brain dump. And I have several sheets of some things that need to be in my planner temporarily, some things that I'm testing and trying out. So I will keep them in here until they are no longer applicable. And then I just have some blank sheets of filler paper for when I need to add something to my notes, do more brain dumping, stick in an extra page in my planning if I need more room, or if I need more pages in my grocery section. And then when I run out of the extra filler paper, I just grab more from the front or back pockets that I showed you earlier. And most of my filler paper is currently like Target Dollar Spot. You know, they sell those magnetic list pads for $1. They're supposed to be those long skinny list pads that have a magnet and you just stick them on the fridge. They fit fabulously in personal size planners. They're the same width as a personal size planner page. So you just got to cut them shorter, punch them, and put them in. So when I'm prepping pages like that, I'll like maybe be watching a movie with my husband, and I just do them while I'm watching the movie. And I only prep a little bit of pages at a time, maybe no more than 20, so it only takes me a few minutes. So yeah, some of the filler paper then that I have, this was from the Friendosaurus pad at Target Dollar Spot. This one was their magical unicorn pad at the Target Dollar Spot. Then we got again another Friendosaurus, another magical unicorn. It kind of just alternates them. And then I do have a few from a Michaels magnetic list pad. This one was a little bit wider than personal, so I also trimmed them a bit more narrow when I was trimming them to size. And yeah, just a variety of different list pad paper in here. And another thing I like about them is they're pretty and they are really thin. And since I'm not using massive markers or things that bleed through or doing a whole lot of pretty planning, I like the thin paper because I can have more of it in here and it takes up less room in my rings. It's not bulking me up with thick paper. So if you want the thin, pretty paper, it's really cheap. I mean, $1 at the Target Dollar Spot and you have a whole bunch of filler paper. Or if you don't mind the pages being a bit more narrower than personal size, they have them at Walmart for 88 cents. But the Walmart ones are a bit more narrow. So if that doesn't bug you, you can go for that. All right, my next and last main section in Homemade Divider is labeled Planning. And of course, this is the official planner section of my planner. So going inside here, the first page is a daytimer page of birthdays and anniversaries. And on the other side of that daytimer page is the calendar for 2019. Now, I have all of the month on 2 pages in here for the year 2019, and the month on 2 pages that I am using is Daytimer Garden Path. Almost forgot what they were for a moment. I like them. I think they're pretty. All the dividers are pretty. I flipped through all the dividers in my January tour. A complaint I have, though, is for some of the months, I think it's, yeah, May, June, and July, the lines that divide up the squares in the calendar are so lightly colored that my eye can't pick up the division between the days. So for May, June, and July, I just grabbed my pen and traced out the squares so that I can see the individual days because the colors were too faint. It matched in too well with all the other lines in here, so I couldn't differentiate. So that would be my only complaint about the Garden Path Daytimer. Month on 2 pages, and this is the Daytimer portable size, which is the exact same size as Filofax Personal. Alright, so yes, so this is February, so here is a February divider. And then my February month on 2 pages. And then in January, I was on week on 2 pages. My life's too dang busy for that. I would love it if I could stay at a week on 2 pages. Sometimes I get in a season where things have slowed down and I can. That season didn't last long. I am back into busy time. So I am doing a day per page now. Now, I didn't go out and buy inserts for a day per page. My day per page, I am using those Target Dollar Spot papers I told you about, the magnetic list pads. For example, today is on a Friendosaurus page. And what I do is, let me turn to a couple of blank ones here. Alright, this one is on a page, I think I got this from the grocery store. Magnetic list pad from the grocery store. Isn't that cute? So for at least a week in advance, I'll write out on the top of each page the date, day, and the year, like so. And then I have my own bullet system where, depending on what type of bullet I make, tells me what type of task it is so I can see at a glance. For example, appointments, I do a triangle. Just daily, like house chores, I've been doing like a circle. Regular just to-dos and tasks have been a square. Specific to-dos that I'm supposed to remind my husband of are a diamond, etc. Alright, and then I have a marking off system similar to Franklin Covey's. I'll put a dot in the bullet if it's still in process. I'll put an arrow in it if I'm forwarding it. I'll check it off if it's done, and I'll put an X through it if it's canceled. Alright, so I will list my to-dos, tasks, appointments with my specific bullet system here. And that also includes my and the children's cleaning chores. And then at the bottom here for the last 3 or 4 lines, I write down our breakfast, lunches, and suppers. Breakfast, lunch, and supper for that day. I just turn to my homemaking section to see what it is and write it down here. I like that because then everything is all on one page. Now, question. While these notepads are awesome, you'll notice they're pretty on one side, but they are blank on the other side, right? So I pretty them up, as you can see. So I just get some washi tape and I just run it down the side and along the bottom and I stick on a sticker. So I pretty up the back sides of these, and yeah, I don't feel like I'm missing out. I feel like they're now pretty on both sides. So that's about as pretty as I get in pretty planning these days. Now, going to today on my Friendosaurus page, my page finder is a Today see-through page finder by Daytimer. And I have a note to myself actually stuck on my page finder right now, a sticky note. And then also next to my page for the day is this page. And this is a laminated sheet, and it's double-sided. And this is my current master page. The holes are slit. So the holes are slit, so it pops in and out of the rings just like the page finder does, so I can move it, you know, to each day. And the front of this page is my to-do lists and routines. All right, well, the whole thing is my to-do lists and routines, but the front of it is my master to-do list for each day, and then some homeschool routines to check on for when my brain goes out to orbit. And then the other side is a homeschool chart of more homeschool routines, and then also has my morning routine, my evening routine, and my before bed routine. So yeah, basically it's my master to-do list, homeschool reminders, and my routines. And I like keeping that there, and then it's right next to my today page. I just got to flip my page finder back and forth, or when I don't have a note on it, I can see through it. So that's what's working for me. And I only keep enough daily pages in here for 1 month at a time, so I'm not bulking out my rings. Because the rings in this beauty is 7/8 of an inch, so I'm not quite a whole inch on the rings. So while I keep the whole year a month on 2 pages, I'm only keeping 1 month of a time worth of pages for a day on 1 page. And that's working out good. So I moved past all the calendars and whatnot. And then I have a page, it's called Future Planning 2020 Plus. I already have something on there, so I'll turn it. Here's the back side of that page. This is just Filofax grid paper. I have that written on. Then I have a top-loading pocket that's currently empty. I'll stick in, like, if I need to pay something in cash really quick, or if I'm holding a little bit of cash back for a birthday party that might be coming up in a few days, or if there's a receipt or something I need to keep temporarily, that's what this is for. And then the next thing after that is one of those like card holders, and I just keep some extra, so I got some extra flags, a skinny roll of washi tape, and an extra pen loop. That's all that I have in those for right now. And then after that is a Franklin Covey compact size page lifter, so my pages will not curl around my rings. And on it I just have some reoccurring labels and extra flags stuck on it for when I need it. And that's the end of the planner. So I am loving this thing. It's been doing exactly everything that I want and need, and I haven't switched out of this into any of my other personal size planners yet because I'm not tired of this yet. 1, it's gorgeous. I'm still not tired of it. And 2, it's the only one that I have that has a specific layout that this one has, and I like it very much. Have a blessed day.